It's your girl, Gina, baby.
And it's your boy, Swaggy.
And Josh is here.
And we are now in these
Streetz.
streets. Welcome, everybody, to In These Streets, where we discover new artists or highlight artists that are hot in these streets. And today's special guest, Coney Island's own Brooklyn native hip-hop artist and the founder of Warrior Mentality music group, D.Chamberz.
That was a nice warm welcome.
I'm feeling like I'm French, though. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in, Chambers.
So good. It's a chapter in my life.
Yo, I'm still living in the past.
No, you right here on time.
All right, because I known you a long time, Chambers.
Yeah, we here.
Let's jump right into it.
Right.
Let's take it back to the strip club days, Chambers. Let's take it back to Trappers Only Showcase, where you put me on to doing media. Had to throw them flowers in there real quick.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
appreciate that. You know what it is? I gotta give credit to Pedro too, Mr. We Live.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Him,
yes.
Snoop, MJ. They believed in me because they used to see. I guess they got tired of paying me. You know, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, if I did certain credentials of the night, you know what I mean? You know, your record get played, they pay you, whatever. So I was smart enough to stick around after the, you know, the whole club was empty, whatever. And he asked me like, what was you doing from 7 to 12 before the girls get in here? Why don't you? Because all the artists was already asking me at this time. Artist records was not getting broke like that. It was very extreme. 2016, it was very extremely hard to get your music played in strip clubs, radio, just 2016. So when it was doing that, it was always different DJs there to highlight the night. So shout out to all the house DJs that was dealing with me.
That
you know
was
what
a
I'm saying?
key.
I don't want to just say I remember all of their names. I don't want to leave nobody out. I'm just shouting everybody out. That was part of that trap house moment. But once they agreed to be like, yeah, let Chambers do it, it became an every Thursday thing. And then, you know, it just grew. It just grew. Once I realized we was packing it out, eventually I had to find a bigger club.
Trap House is in Queens, but you from Brooklyn. How did that come about?
Because they was booking me for shows.
Talk that talk.
fire.
Talk
You know what I
that
mean?
talk.
So I will be lying. Grouchy was the first one to book me for a strip club. He gave me $150. I knew something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And like, I'm looking around.
Sounds like the price.
I see, and then I knew something was wrong because it's like I have the feature. You know, like certain things I had to learn. Like, you know, I come from the smack era. So with the smack era, we didn't have radio-friendly songs.
Yeah.
It was This Is Somebody every time
And
you
And
turn
you had to
around.
have
all
thick
the
skin
time,
for that era.
Yeah, yo, that's what I'm saying.
Thick
People
skin.
leaving comments like, I done got dissed in front of thousands of people. You think
Yes.
this comment is going
Look, you got booed up to Apollo.
Yeah, not me. It's like, you know, in that battle culture, I was supporting Mav, supporting Core, supporting Hollow the Dawn, and these guys was battling in front of thousands of people, and my name always came up. They just didn't know what was it I did, because I didn't battle. So,
But Chambers, with the Trappers Only Showcase, who else was sitting there having people perform, having their music spin, packing out bottle sections, you understand? And then having different media and different people host the event.
Yeah.
well, this is what I would say, what was the difference. Back then, and as I think back, people were selling tickets at that time. People were selling about 40 tickets. You couldn't do a show without selling tickets,
Okay, I
right?
remember that, yeah.
So with that being said, and then shout out to Hollywood Player.
Yes.
He was doing shows, but it was like bars.
Shout out
He would
my
have
boy.
Ron
Rest in
Browse,
peace.
Fred the Godson. But guess what? RP to the God. You had to have $400 to do that.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes. Yeah, you have to have
Them
something.
shows,
Yes.
it was $400+.
You're right.
Then I'll tell you what it made me. I'm giving you steps. So then, Magic had the car show, and he first brought it to Coney Island.
Yep.
Hollywood Play, Danny Love, Black Success. Who it was funny because they came to me to be like, Chambers, pitch this for artists that want to perform at the Magic Car Show. And I was like, what was the number? $700. This is at the time. And I'm like, I don't know if people gonna spend $700. I posted the flyer. Chambers, yo, I want to do it. 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 So I'm like, yo, if y'all could trust me with this altitude of money,
Yeah.
I was crazy enough to keep the momentum going after the car show. So it just seemed like something that was already going. You know what I mean? Some people probably like, oh, he's doing shows. I added myself as an artist. I never put myself front line because they would hate on it. You know what I mean? It's easier. If it would have said D.Chamberz only, I ain't going to that shit.
Why would you think they would hate on it though?
It's a competitive sport.
Yes.
That is true.
Talk that was a fast
It has
answer.
nothing to
That's
do
what rap
with.
is.
It has nothing to do with music. It has nothing to do. It's just something about spending that $20 at the door. It's something about it that just be like, I'm getting in here.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But
You have everything you want to deal with in there, but once I realized people trusted me with money and a platform, I incorporated it for myself.
but also with the DJ Magic Car Show in Coney Island, you also did the one you hosted with me in the one
I
on
did
Long
all
Island.
Magic
I was
Car
going to
Show,
say because you was always there supporting.
And this is why, like, all right, I have to give credit to Rico as well. It's a few people I gotta give credit because at that same time, I was like, where's my life going? I was hanging around real estate agents, like real sharks. They'd be like, why are you bartering with us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, making me think like you're wasting your time.
You was going to house?
No, what it was is that I was in school because I already was like, I'm not doing construction no more. I already had it. My man Sincere gave me my own office space in the back in Coney Island. People know, like 2013, 14, I had my own office. And I was selling my merch at the time. And this is before the
need
strip
no rap.
clubs. At this time, hats was selling. Not everybody had a brand. It wasn't too many. To have your own hat was like, oh shit, how did you do this? You know what I mean? At this time, between selling the merch and bartering service for these other DJs and their platforms, I still try to find a record, still trying to find something where people could gravitate towards me because it was a hard transition all around. Because people were still like, yo, that's Math Man. They talking to me about battle rap and I got music. You know what I mean? So I had to like rebrand everything. So to answer your question about how did it go from that, because I pushed it that way. I always had to make my music seem like my music and this platform is gonna help everybody.
But how did Trappers Only Showcase stay so consistent? One thing I say, D, from 2016, it's 2024, bro. That's a long
Bills gotta
time.
get paid.
Well, that
I'm
was
just
easy.
saying, I'm not working no more.
The real question we want to know, how did, like you were saying, the momentum keep it going?
I
How was you
always
keeping the momentum
recreated
going?
something and I always added something I knew was missing. So, you know, I realized helping other people keep me alive.
Yes.
Thin words. Because
good.
if my hand is on this situation and it's going this way, it's going this way, it's going that way, eventually they're gonna be like, yo, we fuck with Chambers. He's helping us. Like,
I mean-
in reality, you're helping yourself. You know what I mean? I just make sure as an artist, I know the difference between me and promoters. The only difference is I'm an artist. I know what I would want to see. So I would know I care about the ambiance, I care about the stage, I care about the DJ and what DJ.
Both
And
sides
then
of
I'm
the
like,
coin.
and then I'm
That's
like,
fine.
yo, I don't. No disrespect, you know what I mean? When you're starting out, you're not gonna always be able to kick bread out to these guys. But unfortunately for me, I started in Trap House when DJ Enough was in there, Drewski was in there, Will was in there, Self was in there. They're at disposable. So I was understanding the numbers. A lot of times, artists, you tell people something, they be like, I'm not paying nobody. They're too tough.
Yeah.
You're already
Artists
talking
don't
about
want
you're
to
not
pay
doing
for their
it.
career, ever.
You're
why
already
is-
talking about you're not doing it. Sorry.
No, sir. Why does everyone feel like, even as upcoming artists, everyone should have the attitude is I'm a celebrity, I'm big, I'm Jay-Z. But they really walk around like, yo, I'm not paying to
you know
get
what,
in.
though?
I'm not paying to perform. I'm not paying to be in front of Flex. When are you going to be in front of Flex?
You know what it is? It's the mindset we always lied to when we was younger. I'll say that because we all feel like talent pays the bills. Like, I'm hot, I'm fire. Everybody just said I'm fire. Why shouldn't I get in here? I'm better than you, and you.
But that's
why I can't get in here?
I get that all the time when I'm throwing events, bro.
Yo, but listen, but this is what also happened too. A lot of people are believing in the shit they buying.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not just the clothes.
That's true.
You buy 5,000 followers, you think 5,000
Talk
people
that talk.
really following you. You know what I'm saying? You think they really
And
following
they
you?
ain't following you, homie.
You think 20,000 people really following you in your head now.
Nah.
You wake up and you're like, yo, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all marketing strategies, and sometimes the marketing strategy is working on you, and you don't even know it.
Have you ever had at one point was just like, man, I don't want to do this shit no more, or you just
Never. And I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm a hustler. I come from that era where, no disrespect, it's already in my jacket. I was selling drugs, selling crack, right? So if the bag gets smashed, I have to fluff up the bag and resell it.
Right.
I got shit to sell.
You just don't stop.
It don't stop.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I hate to put it in those terms. It wasn't the most genius, but sometimes you gotta repackage the package.
Nah, you just Jay-Z like he did at the Grammy. That's all.
Jay-Z just happened to have 3 friends that had money too. A lot of times people don't have money.
Well, speaking of Grammys, we'll be right back. We got more to talk about with D.Chamberz. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gina, babe.
And it's your boy Swaggy.
And Josh is here.
And if you would like to be on the show, make sure you hit up our email at indiestreettv@gmail.com. All right, so we're back with D.Chamberz. I'm feeling like I'm French, though. I'm never going to let you live that down. I'm sorry. That was my anthem.
I'm not mad. I deserve it.
Okay.
I don't know. That face look like, come on, man.
I know, but he's over it. It's okay.
You know what? No matter what, shout out to D-Nice, the producer. That's the record that got me on radio, got me my first meal on World Star, and got me my first real booking in strip club, like $1,500.
And it's still getting played
And
to this day.
and it's crazy because the same way you said, there's people they don't care what I come with. They like, nah, this is coming on.
That's it.
They be like, yo, bro, I emailed you this. And
Chambers is like, all right, whatever. All right, well, just talk about
it's a token.
life being fantastic and, music and everything, So I'm just saying, this, orange-haired girl, she got a lot going on. I think her name is Ice Spice. I think that's her name.
No, yeah.
Ice Spice.
So, Chambers, I don't know if you can really touch on this real quick, but if you can, I know a little something's going on. If not, we got a little clip to show y'all.
Additionally, she and her producer Riot USA were sued for copyright infringement by another drill musician, D.Chamberz. He says that in that mood, a drill song that rephrases this line with a similar cadence was lifted verbatim from his January 2022 song by the Bronx MC and Riot.
When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood.
Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood.
Moreover, D.Chamberz conjectured that Riot might have heard the song performed frequently in the New York City region where he resided, and that he even received exposure on Hot 97, which could have led to his discovery of it.
Ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood.
Like damn, she in her mood. She lit, get money too.
Additionally, he claims that In That Mood was recorded a full year before to Ice Spice's release of her SNL standout single. The RIA has certified In Ha Mood as gold, so Chamberz has a strong financial interest to assert that this song is indeed his. It is said that he is requesting damages, half of the publishing rights to In Ha Mood, and other income.
All right, Chambers, whatever's going on with you and the Ice Spice situation, I hope everything definitely works out. I just know it's a little, lawyers and stuff is involved.
Listen, did she steal the song? No. But quick question. My thing is, right, when you heard it, did you like, oh, this is mine, or or did everybody else come?
Like this is too similar.
Honestly, certain things I can speak on, certain things I don't know. I'm not gonna say what she did, what she didn't do, whether he did it, the producers did it, the label did it, songwriter did it, the guy that threw out the trash did it, the guy who opened Apples did it. Somebody did something.
He made a point. It ain't necessarily gotta be her, right?
And silently, I respect the craft because when you get to a certain level of music, we all share the same peers. Mm-hmm. So you gotta tread lightly on how you conversate because they'll make you the bully and the bad guy immediately.
I'm gonna say this though, you handle it very cool because you're not being like you're more so being 10
years ago I probably would have trolled fire.
Yo, I was getting ready to say Chambers because I'm like,
you had 40 people pulled up to
But what 10 years ago you wasn't on the level you on now. You on a completely different level, and you have people that's under you that's looking up to you. You have a lot of artists under your belt.
And plus, most importantly, she's a minority. She's a female. In this
she's a female too.
You know what I'm saying? So that alone is I'm not disrespecting.
Thank you, Chambers.
This is
I can respect it because it's just because you don't see that too much. People handling it
as a gentleman.
Yeah, exactly. Because
you know why? It's this day and age. You check the age group. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
obviously, I'm an adult. You know what I mean? So when you're powered by drugs, You're powered by other people's ambition. You're not even thinking for yourself. You just outlandishly doing whatever you want to do.
Well,
Go ahead.
Well, talking about, thinking for yourself, right? So when it comes to these up-and-coming artists or artists just in general, Chambers, what would you tell them about having a team? Because, you throw these showcases, you see when people come with one deep but don't want to pay to perform, and you see people really put it out there.
What the one thing I'll take and reverse back before I get into that, one thing I would want to tell these artists is, right, if you have a good manager, he should inspire you to register your music.
Yeah.
He should inspire you to take that week to make sure everybody got the right credits that's deserved, from the producer to wherever you recorded it. Because, a lot of times we make a lot of mistakes as artists. First thing we do is we go live and we put our song in the story. You know what I mean? We in the studio saying the best bars,
Free material.
dancing, coming up with a new dance, and there's a lot of people who are analysts.
Giving out free.
No, that's their job.
Okay.
They're analysts. They listen to the hot radio shows, the mix shows. If they don't, they go click on you, you probably got 2,000 followers, you probably got 500 people, you probably only get 14 comments consistently, whatever. Shout out to you, you know what I mean? But those are the ones that they get.
That's it.
If you look at a lot of statistically, take aside my situation. You look at the stats, 9 times out of 10, the artist don't know where to start with a complaint other than go on Instagram, tag, argue, and you might create a sandstorm, you might not. But if you got your business in order, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Now, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
We all put music out, we all don't register, we all don't get distribution. And I think a lot of the times, that's what I think we was cheated at out of my earlier years. We wasn't taught these things.
Do you think a lot of rappers are more in tuned on the process of becoming an artist now than it was before? Like,
Far as, all right, I always say this. Back in the days, we always felt like we needed a manager or get signed just to go to the studio.
yeah.
Like that, just think about that. We used to sign paper just to go to the studio. And a lot of times they didn't have the contacts. They didn't have the resources. And it's like you sign it for one thing and then you sign it for another thing.
Yeah.
Today, it's in your hand. I could go to
there.
Best Buy right now and buy a studio, fold it up, and load it up myself.
And take it on the road with you.
I don't care. You in 10 years, what engineer school? I could do this right now on Pro Tools.
Yes.
And now they got apps where you can just wrap it in your phone and level it out yourself. It just depends how crazy you want to go with
Crazy.
it. But we didn't have that access. They held back information. That's why sometimes when I'm looking at my OGs, right, and I don't want to name drop, and they don't got it. They still in bad contracts from the 90s.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Why? Because, there's 9 album contracts. Like,
That's what you think.
they give you the bread up front and you still owe. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff. These kids, it's much harder to impress these kids. They're walking around with 30, 40,000. What are you going to tell them? Like, you barely can pay your phone
So
bill.
do you think technology is helping rap or hurting it?
Depending on how you use it, because it's definitely helping if you're using it in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Look at these kids, man. Look at, no disrespect, look at these bloggers. Like, these podcasters are making more money than rappers monthly.
Yeah.
Let's just get
That
out there.
OnlyFans page is
crazy.
making more money than people with salary jobs, you hear me?
Yo,
Sheesh, I'm
shout
just
out to
throwing that out
them.
there, sorry.
You know what I mean? Yo, shout out to them, because when it all fails, people be judging, but when they go shopping and stuff, eventually
Yes.
somebody be, hey, yo, you sure? Like, you know what
Well,
I mean? Stuff
look,
ridiculous.
speaking of management, man, definitely shout out to Josh. I know
Shout out to
you
Josh.
and him
Shout
a very, very long
Shout out to
time.
Lotus Firm, K Warbucks too, because I've been building a team too, because
Okay.
I've been realizing, a lot of times we expect the same help from our friends, and it's really not help. It's just temporary favors.
Okay.
So you got to get people that's like with you, 100% with you, no matter what you decide to do. You know what I mean? And once you get that going, you'll see, progress and what needs to happen next.
All right. Well, when was the last time you've been to South by Southwest, man? Because
I
let me
think
tell
before
you.
the pandemic, like before all of that, I was supposed to go out there before 2020, and last time we was out there, we had Sound by Southwest. So we was able to have our own stages out there.
Yeah, we was ripping running the streets out there,
I
man.
was doing
And
like
y'all
7 to 10 shows.
always had your own shows. I was gonna say, y'all always had your own shows going on top of you shutting down performances out there.
Yeah, I tell you, I knew, like, what it is I knew a lot of these artists didn't do what I did. Like, they didn't do $10 open mics where you had to rap without the words on the beat and stuff like that. They didn't go where everything is a tryout and you getting shut down. Like, you had to know what you was doing. So, like, knowing that, when you find artists that really serious today, those are the ones you take serious. But I realized the loyalty is thin out here. The talent may be high, but the loyalty and common sense,
out the window.
How can an artist be a part of a Warrior Mentality music group? Like, if they wanted to, like, you know, be a part, like, what are you looking for?
everything I just said. You work out with me, I'm gonna see you. You know what I mean? So it's like
Easy said.
you know what I mean. But sometimes you gotta watch how much information you share because then they don't need you no more either.
All right. Well, and that sound like you be used up and thrown away.
No, that was old mistakes. Now I just make those mistakes for myself now. That's the difference.
So question, right? If an artist is, artists are gonna watch this, and they trying to sign with your label, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask, what can you bring them to the table?
You know what's the best thing? I always tell people I wouldn't even want to use the word label, right?
Yeah.
Warrior Mentality Music Group is probably one of the best underground consulting companies.
Okay.
I'm one of the consultants.
I like that.
Word, right?
I don't owe you nothing. What do you got? Now I'll tell you what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what I can do for you. It's like how can I help you? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to sound right now.
Who said sign anything?
He was like,
Yo, I didn't say sign anything.
what you got to offer? You hear
So
me?
what I tell you is,
We're gonna consult.
I got the 90-day plan for you. You know what I'm saying? We going to the top.
Here's the package.
Yo, listen. The formula has worked consistently for people I don't even know. So why not get paid for it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just kick it out there. Consulting, sign the label, right? Let me
Yeah.
show you. All right. When you first get started, what's the first thing these artists don't have?
BMI. Register music.
They don't even own their name. All right, that's
damn.
one.
True.
Two,
Right.
what's the brand? Do you have a name? What is this we're doing? You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's deeper than the
Entertainer?
music. It ain't. Let's get to.
You gotta get the business right.
Why are you even here?
All right.
What, you know, like they say, like somebody put it to me in simpler terms, and I took it home with me, and I was like, wow, this is the game right here. It's like, yo, when you go into these labels, they all ask you the same thing. Not that like I don't care if we could do business, we can invest. I don't care for a record deal. I said this a long time ago. They always ask you, what separates you from everybody? It's just like wrestling.
Yeah.
What makes you the best wrestler? Like, we got Ted DiBiase, we got Ric Flair, we got Jake the Snake, Macho Man, Legion of Doom. Who are you? You know
John
what I'm saying?
Cena and The Rock.
Or you're just the guy in the ring already, waiting for this guy for them to cut the lights off to come here and now the show starts. Which one? Shout out to you. You got in the ring, but you probably won't win this fight. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's not scripted for you.
What's the D.Chamberz answer to that question?
Be the guy that's coming out with the lights. Don't be the guy in the ring on
Well, listen.
Get better marketing so you can do the same thing.
Listen,
That's
Mr.
fire.
No Time for Small Talk. Tell us how that's going.
Yo,
That's consistency as well.
shout out to that because everybody knows shout out to Mark, but he moved DTF to Florida. Oh. So when he moved DTF to Florida, I turned my office space to a small podcast space, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But the problem is I'm hardly in the office. You know what I mean? So I'm in there because I'm in between two movies. Shout out to True Light Films. I'm in The Pale White Horse and I'm in Will You Marry Me? I'm in the Brooklyn Story too. I'm in like 3 movies.
Yes, that's what we was going to talk about. Okay.
My boy working.
Yeah, so like between me doing that and doing Trap Is Only and the Chillin' Build, it's too much.
Okay.
It's too much.
And then tell us about the movie production before the battle. I mean, I know
I was
that.
working on that movie since 2015, and the problem is what I'm learning about the film world is just like rap, just on a higher level, because you got to start filming. You got to show and prove. It ain't no, yo, I got this coming, I got that coming. Where's the movie? Where's the film? or get out of here. You know what I mean? It's more. So the more I learn from watching like Deion Taylor. He had Black and Blue. He worked on Fatal Attraction. He helped with Power with 50 Cent. And I'm watching a lot of these indie directors do what they do. So I catch myself binge watching a lot of these indie films and major films, so I can see the mistakes, what it looked like, the quality. And I know how to go.
But one thing I'm gonna say is I was there for one of your auditions, man, and you had some headbangers in it. Oh man, I'm trying to think from the rap battle.
You talking about I had Shotgun Suge, Chess, Bill Collector,
Everybody.
and I was gonna let the fans pick it. But what happened was, in the film world, they also sell you just as much dreams in the rap world.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna point fingers or say names, but sometimes they be like, oh, you don't need 14,000 to film. Let's go half on the back end. And then the back end wound up being like 70,000. And then you be like, what if I get into? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is worse than rap. You know what I'm saying? How did I go that negative? Like, you know what I'm saying? Before I even start. Like, no, I'm being real. So like, some people will be like, oh, a red camera, a real film is 150K. And like, oh, whoa, like where do you start? But then you have some independent filmers that'll tell you, just get it started, get the film festival started, treat it like an open mic. Get your own following and people will invest in that. So that's where I'm at with it.
And just one more thing before we wrap it up, right? Tell us about that clothing line, Warrior Mentality.
You know what else? I also want to,
is that what it mean though, right? Warrior Mentality?
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Will in My Power for men, Warrior Mentality for men, Will in My Power for ladies, still under Warrior Mentality, WN, no matter how you flip it. But what I also learned is I want to apologize to all the fashion designers because I'm a brander. I know how to brand clothes. I don't stitch. I don't make jeans. I don't do leather jackets. When people like, I'm a fashion designer.
I know, right now, you're right.
Some heat press shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta keep it real.
They take that serious.
We in the streets now.
Did you see the shirt?
No,
Because they'll go ahead and press him.
but
like,
then when
that's
you realize
bullshit.
those are all sample stuff, you're like, yo, I've been pressing samples.
Iron that on, nah, man.
Yo, but I'm just saying, it's certain things.
Shout out to my heat pressing dudes.
Yo, there's no shots. I'm a heat presser. You know what I'm saying? But like, I was like, oh, I'm Brandon because every time, why y'all laughing?
No, you're good. We love this. A great interview. Keep going.
Nah, because you know what? I know designers and they hate that. But I'm like you. Like, I don't care. Like,
someone told me off. They was just like, that's not a fashion designer. That's just pressed. I'm like, all right, it's fashion designer.
Even if you enjoy it, it's a step up, right? So, but like, if you're not really designing it and stuff like that, there's titles for it. It's just not fashion design.
Okay, all right, all right.
But for me, I realized it's whatever I'm selling or pitching at the time, that's what I'm branding.
Okay.
So like, like wintertime, mood, certain things I decided.
You're not selling the sweatpants in the summertime too. No, I'm playing.
I had mood hoodies and sweaters.
He said it's for all season.
Well, we need some.
All year round. I have a
need some
hat.
merch.
He gave me a W and a hat. All right, we have to wrap it up. But I did get.
We definitely need some.
He gave us some merch. The last time he came on the show on 93.5 FM.
yeah, I
Oh, we
remember
wanted for the
that.
new
Yeah,
show.
that
All right,
was-
got it. Anyway, so we
time
about to
ago.
have this live performance by D.Chamberz. We definitely appreciate you coming on the show, King. Your flowers, your flowers, man. The growth is spectacular. I remember when you had like 20, 30,000, now you like, I can't even count anymore, right?
Yeah, they're around.
All right, I'm feeling like I'm French though. Shout out to D.Chamberz. He the one that got me saying hi. You hear me, guys? Okay. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gina Bay.
And it's your boy Swaggy.
And Josh is here.
And if you would like to be on the show, make sure you hit up our email at indiestreetstv@gmail.com. All right, shout out to you, D.Chamberz. Thank you so much for coming down on the show. But before we go, you're going to give us that hot performance.
All right.
All right, boys, y'all want to do y'all last questions?
Yeah, real quick. So, you work with a lot of independent artists.
Right.
Name your top 5 independent artists.
That's not fair. You might get people in their feelings with that.
No.
All right, go
Do
ahead.
it.
Everybody that's living off what they love doing, that's my favorite.
It's 5 though. Then we're gonna give you the answer you want.
All right.
No time for the small talk.
No time for the small talk.
Exactly.
So Chambers, so we know that you started off basically one of your stomping grounds was the strip club, right? And now I see you doing bigger venues with actually bigger stage.
Right.
Like what's your biggest stage? What you see in the future for you?
Me having my own Rolling Loud.
Ooh. Ooh.
But with all of the ones, like, my dream is to create, like, even if I could do it in 2024, even 25, all of the top promoters in NYC, and we all got our own stages.
Okay.
That's fire.
One entry fee,
Unity.
and we all here at the end of the night.
That's fire.
Unity. That was the best answer.
No, I better be on that list.
I better be on that host of media something list, you know?
There's so many people that we're attached to, and y'all have your own platform.
It'll be dope.
It would be dope to have like certain headliners on each
That's dope.
stage, one big yard, and we all, you know,
All right.
get it like
Be
that.
one
try
big
to-
old happy family.
Don't try to steal the ID either.
No, don't. All right,
They gonna be like, they ain't here.
all right. Well, you know, listen, D.Chamberz gonna perform one of his hit singles, "In That Mood." Shout out to you, D.Chamberz. I'm feeling like I'm French though.
Love that song.
And understand. Clean or dirty?
Hey, yo, Kais, man. It's not that I wasn't ready. I just had to get in the mood. Skitter. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. Ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay. Came from the bottom, I'm telling the truth. Came from the corner, I sat on the stool. Told her I'm ready, I got in the mood. Love. Used to be broke, now I swerve in the cool. Front if you want, and I'm ready to shoot. All my hitters is ready to boom. Love. Why they be talking that extra? Swerving they block and I know what the accident. Fly on they block and it look like a desert kid. Ayy. Get in the moon and I'm about to go done with it. Hitting the trap till I run up 100 clip. 100 click, 100 click, 100 clip. Now I just get in the mood. Know the Da Vinci approved. Bust a few band on some jewels. Take a good look at the shoes. Wavy on beach like a cruise. Jump up again in the mood. Look, I could just get in my mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. Ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay, look. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. When I'm ready, I get in that mood. Ay. Look, whoa, go. Really, I get in that mood. 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 I get in that mood.
All right, shout out to D.Chamberz with that fire performance, man. Shout out to you, man.
Appreciate you for having
Yo,
me.
and if they don't know already, tell them where to find you.
By the nearest TD Bank when they send that money in, man. Find me on Instagram, D.Chamberz. Spell my name with a Z, not with an S, because they sleeping on me. Coney Island Warrior, Warrior mentality. Moore's Chestnut of this rap thing. Catch me on the big screen, you heard?
And we are in these streets. Bow, Coney Island. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Gina Bay.
And it's your boy Swaggy.
And Josh is here.
And if you would like to be on the show, make sure you hit up our email at inthestreetstv@gmail.com.